hey, hi, hello, welcome back, Alexandrian Codex. I almost said Fallout 4. That's not right. Hearts of Iron 4 playing the Kaiserreich mod as the United States of America with Floyd Olson and as our president. We managed to avoid the American Civil War. Now we're working on the fair deal, the square deal, intervening in Central American affairs to keep the sovereignty and safety of America, etc., etc., etc. Ireland's actually a lot of fun in this. Their focus tree is really overpowered. Alright, you know what? Go to Louisiana. Because I have a feeling we're not done in the Caribbean yet. Can't put my finger on it, but I feel like we're going to be harassing this region for decades to come. Alright, construction 2 is done. Great, it's still 37. Yeah, let's get this. You know, Madrid's... The Civil War down here is kind of uncalled. I don't know who's going to win. This is really hit a standstill. Fourth Balkan War is not moving. A priest revolution in Peru. God damn it. They've changed government so many times. As a result of the government crackdowns on socialist and syndicalist institutions and individuals across Peru, the opposition, feeling increasingly persecuted, fearing the worst, today launched a desperate coup attempt. March against the nation's capital in Lima was overwhelmingly successful. Flimsy National Army detachments dissolved ahead of the Red Militias, who quickly occupied key strategic points throughout the city and across the nation at large. It seems Peru has become yet another victim of the ideological conflict engulfing the globe. What the hell happened to you? You've just done... You formed Peruvian Union and then... Yeah, what? Knock yourself out, I guess. Knock yourself out. I'm so confused by what's happened here. Paraguay's been shown its place by Argentina pretty quickly. Amelia Earhart circumnavigates the globe. Famous aviator Amelia Earhart, known to many as the Queen of Air, has completed a flight around the world together with her navigator, Fred Noonan. After a brief scare with the pair temporarily getting lost while approaching Howland Island in the Pacific, the flight proceeded without incident. And this morning, Lockheed Electra touched down in Oakland, California, right outside of San Francisco. Ceremony is to be held in the White House next week, where Earhart is to be personally congratulated for her feat by the president, Floyd Olson. We're slowly recovering. Our war support's rising as a result of war tension. Our stability's... It's still not hot, okay? It's still getting worse, but just ignore it. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's falling apart. We're not at risk of a civil war anymore, so it's just like dignity that we're losing. I ain't afraid of losing some dignity. Battle fleet concentration. Call on nearby ships as soon as an enemy vessel is spotted. Coordinated focused fire quickly renders enemy ships useless. Hunt them down one by one. CCC has been formed. You know what? The Labor Relations Act and Social Security. Which one of you gives... Wait a minute. What does political crisis do? Oh yeah, we need to get rid of that. We needed to get rid of this a while ago. In our darkest hour, when all seemed lost, a bright torch of liberty did not extinguish. The greatest challenge we now face is handling the newly expanded party platform, countering the retreating radicals with fair judgment and democratically elected leadership. To get rid of political crisis, which is ruining our stability and our political power gain and our war support. This we should have gotten rid of a while ago. It's going to take a long time to recover from the malices we've incurred from turning a blind eye to that, but it's fine. Naval doctrine, let's get convoy sailing. I'm not really using destroyers, so nope, never mind. Not doing that. Air doctrine, I guess. Engineering? We're already doing land doctrine. Fuck it, air doctrine. Yeah, I like operational integrity. Yeah, the ship types is because Kaiserreich completely reworked the naval system. Instead of battleships, we now have dreadnoughts, which are basically super heavy battleships. We have fast battleships, which are basically heavy cruisers. Armored cruisers are normal cruisers. Cruisers are light cruisers. Destroyers are destroyers. Carriers are carriers. Heavy carriers are a whole new class. They're like a mix between battleship and carrier, which are interesting, but I'm not touching them. And submarines are submarines. So things have changed around a little bit, but not too significantly. Basically, because at the end of the First World War, in our history, the United Kingdom enforced a battleship rule that, and prior to World War I, actually, it's for every X number, like 2 battleships, or for every battleship that Germany had, the United Kingdom was allowed to have 2. And the United States and Japan were also subject to this treaty, as were a couple other people. Basically, it was a way for the United Kingdom to ensure their continued naval dominance. Mongolia finally won that war. But in this history, that was thrown away, and instead, the naval arms race just made bigger and bigger boats, bigger and bigger boats, bigger and bigger boats. So now we have advanced dreadnoughts as a boat type. I'm personally quite pleased with it. They're fucking rad. Really fucking rad. Yeah. Some of the British Navy's up here, the rest are down here. Canada's pretty good in this mod. Canada's in a really awkward position. You kind of have to hit quickly, but not too quickly. Totalists and the Bariatia Commune. Bariatia? Yeah, I guess so, Tia. Is the leadership of the Bariatia Commune's Maximus faction, and its recently elected head of state, Subhas Chandra Bose, gave a fiery speech to an electrified crowd in Calcutta today, promising that his new totalist government would do whatever it took to deal a death blow to the colonial lapdogs in the northern dominion of India and the decadent oppressors in the western princely federation. He claimed the Bariatia Commune would stand on its own 2 feet to accomplish the task, prove to the rest of the world that India is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, it is. To be fair, it is. Meanwhile, yes, modernizing our navy. I wish I could get rid of this fucking Panama Canal division. I suppose, as your namesake, you should be down in the Panama Canal, huh? Let's get you out of here. The Mishriki Kingdom has capitulated. Oh shit! Did I ignore this? The Ottoman. Yeah, I ignored the Cairo Pact declaring war on the Ottoman Empire. This has some pretty serious implications. Bulgaria is going to lose a lot of support. They may start losing ground. Is Bulgaria also at war? No, Bulgaria isn't. So even if the Ottomans fall, Bulgaria won't. Mishriki Kingdom were at war with the Ottoman Empire. They have now capitulated. Who's now in control of their home area? Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Probably not super well. Just fall Baghdad.
Ready to move.
Let's have you go garrison Panama. It's what you're named for. It's just go let you do that. Yeah, you need the Americas to fall to the CSA so you can intervene and eat up all of North America. It's a lot of fun to play as Canada that way. Democracy prevails. Hallelujah. Is this growing? Yeah, okay. Weekly change is positive in these values for the first time in a long time. Listen, I'm gonna go down this tree, but now that this is all trending upward, I'm more interested in the revitalized economy. I know, right? Civil Works Administration. The President has approved of another administration to combat unemployment. This time to simply keep American spirits up and allow for more socialization instead of hoarding their gains, because money taken out of circulation cannot help the economy grow. hell yeah, we're building 5 factories at once. It's not amazing, but it's better. National Recovery Act, we still have a penalty to a bunch of stuff, but that's okay. Yeah, they're actually quite a bit fun. Abyssinia is really fun to play with their weird focus trees. It's not, you know, the most exciting campaign, but it's more attention and detail added here than others gave. Carrier efficiency? Yeah, we just keep going down here. Rebellion in Yemen. Veltkrieg caused tremendous damage to the already struggling Ottoman Empire. Large sections of the Arabian Peninsula, cut off from the Sublime Port's rule for years due to the success of the Arab Revolt. At the same time, the peace with honor, the Yemeni Vilayet was to some extent brought back under Ottoman rule, at least in theory. For many years, Yemen has mostly run its own affairs. The Sultan's gaze fixed firmly on his own domestic troubles. The conflict erupting in the Suez and across the Holy Land, Yemen has once more been cut off from the bulk of the Ottoman army. Taking advantage of this opportunity, combined with the perceptible weakness of the Ottoman state, the Imam has publicly declared the creation of a new, independent kingdom. Yeah, the Ottomans are very, very hard to survive as. They're very satisfying to win as, though. But we're just gonna sit and twiddle our thumbs over here while the world goes to hell. Is Norway a puppet? It's a puppet of Sweden. God, you gotta love that. I'd love to see Scandinavia unify here, but it's very unlikely. Russian Empire has... Portugal has joined the Entente. Is the Bush War still going on? No, it is not. It has ended. Did anything substantial happen in the Bush War? I think not. I think... No? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Iran's a problem because of the mountains. It's really easy to hold off Egypt if you just hold the Suez. You just need forces to stand right here. Pretty easy job. Arabia, regardless if it's the Saudis or Rashids, they're really easy to take out. It is Iran that tends to be the biggest pain in the ass. He took some land. Is it here? It's here, like here in Mozambique is the land he took, right? I forget what the starting borders look like. Yeah, okay. I've never, ever seen Portugal win the war against Deutsche Middle Africa. Civil Works Administration done. Industrial Recovery Act. The market has deemed almost unlivable low wages that prevented Americans from lifting themselves up from poverty. The President has created the NIRA, the National Industry Recovery Act, to help regulate prices on the supply side, encourage fair wages for fair work done. Fair wages for fair work done. Fair wages. They win? I've never seen them win, so maybe I've just had some really bad odds. 50% of the time they win? Doubt it. How is Mexican state doing? They are building up their army. I would say we should build up ours so that we completely outnumber the United Mexican States, but not happening. Sigismund's coup in Belarusia. Open street battles reported in the streets of Minsk today as the Belarusian security forces under control Prince Sigismund, or Zhihimund, launched a daring coup against the reigning monarch Vladimir Vladimir. For years, the Hohenzollern monarchy, the kingdom born from the reigns of the People's Republic, had been racked with internal strife. Despite Vladimir's belated efforts to undermine Sigismund's power base within the intelligentsia services, his brother has now put an end to the hemophiliac's tenuous rule. This is fantastically written. The nation is now under the rule of a man well known for paying little heed to German ancestry, who's willing to work with Russian and Belarusian nationalists over his own kin. Nationalist coup in Belarusia. After the Weltkrieg, Germans formed a White Russian state in the White Rus, even though the local population could hardly be considered a single nation before. This lack of national identity didn't stop the Germans from imposing their own order over the country, and this resulted in tension that has now been released. Prince Sigismund of Belarusia, leader of the Belarusian national forces in Belarusia, has seized control of this country after a previous king perished in a theater explosion. Whether Sigismund I will rebel against the Germans or sit hoping that they accept the new order, it's hard to tell. Man, the Reichspakt are just losing control over Eastern Europe. I'm amazed that the Kingdom of Spain is doing as well as they are. I'm abso-fucking-lutely amazed. Yeah, it's not over yet, but... Oh, yeah, here Bulgaria's losing. I was about to say, yeah, it's just as weird as Bulgaria surviving so far. No, never mind, they're going. They're going. It is 1938, February, so first things first, start researching computing machines. Get that research time reduction. Bulgaria was annexed, though you all are still at war with the Ottomans. So now the Ottomans are fighting a two-front war. Does not bode well for the sick man of Europe. Does Portugal steal some of their stuff? Portugal don't seem to have taken... It's Galicia, right? Portugal can take Galicia from the Carlists. But Porto... Yeah, all of this is Spain. Or, all of this is Spain! No. Oh, ooh, Helvetic... That doesn't bode well. This is default Portugal. Not overseas? Nope. The Helvetic Commune have joined the Third Internationale. Hot damn. Ah, once Burgos falls. Okay, interesting. We'll see if they do it. Drag the Entente into this clusterfuck. The Ottoman Empire and the Kingdom of Serbia have ended their hostilities. The Ottomans are a little busy over here. Iron Guard Romania is still fighting their civil war against the Kingdom of Romania, though the Kingdom of Romania has been pushed back to the mountains and will probably not survive. Not for long, anyway. 1938 means we gain access to better weapons. Ah, it just gets it without war. Fair enough. The Entente seem to have a lot of events like that, like, oh, well, this person's at war, you can just steal Alaska. Force rotation done. Minimal importance to us. Awesome Industrial Recovery Act. I'm going to go down Farmer Relief so we can get the Public Works project just to get more civilian factories. Then we'll probably get this, then these, then this. We'll revitalize our economy, then we'll move on to fixing our political system. Farmer Relief. Sharecroppers and tenant farmers make up a significant portion of our constituency, especially in the core power of the Midwest. We must extend a credit program with very low interest rates to farmers who apply to resettle land, especially land in the Old South and Steel Belt. Oh, it just gets 12 oil in Alaska. That's, I mean, reasonable. Why can't I find 12 oil in Alaska? Why no Alaskan oil for me? So our puppet, what does Honduras have? A tiny bit of chromium. Is that it? Yeah, just a tiny bit of chromium. Alright, nothing worth writing home about. Excavation 2, delay, hell yeah. Alright, these are going according to time. This is 1939 tech. Does this do stuff now? Oh, hey, this... Yeah, I'm not... Special forces are nice, but we're not relying on them right now. 38, 38, 38. Nope, 38. Nope, 38? Nope. So nothing in here. 38, nothing in here. Nothing in here. 39. Okay, I can just get back to the random bullshit I was doing before. Yeah, Liberia can do some weird shit. I'm content to just leave it alone and hope it doesn't cause any problems. Mobile defense, hunter-killer groups. Really, I'm just trying to improve our battleships as much as possible. Oh, ha! Well, looks like Middle Africa exploded. Just, you know, can't imagine why I'm under that impression. The collapse of Middle Africa. Though to the outside world, Middle Africa had been portrayed as a bountiful and efficiently managed colony, foreign experts have long questioned the actual stability of a loose web of colonial holdings, kingdoms, and tribes. With the collapse of German rule in Africa, it seems that Berlin's worst fears about mismanagement in Dar es Salaam have finally come true. In a matter of mere days, warlords, military cliques, and former vassal kings have taken up arms against one another, eager to fill the power vacuum. An exodus of white colonists and traders has already begun. One can only guess at where the Dark Continent will go from here. Good God, this is... France gets a couple of puppets out of it? They do! Interesting! I didn't know that. Can't you... I was gonna say, can't you... Here, you're at war with... You... Everyone's at war with everyone. Normally, I thought there was a way to restore the Middle Africa, but it looks like that's not an option anymore. This is just complete collapse. Maybe if you're the player, you get... Yeah, I don't remember. It's been a while. Africa's on fire! Disturbing reports are emerging from various parts of Africa that are under German rule. It seems Middle African administration has collapsed entirely. It's unclear why or how. The administration, usually regarded as efficient abroad and known for its lavish spending, is no more. Central government no longer can act. Conflict sparks across the continent as various kingdoms, tribes, and protectorates that comprise it now fight amongst themselves over new claims and ancient grudges. Cliques of Askari and German colonial officers attempt to keep a semblance of normalcy. Whether this state of affairs is passing or a dark age of violence is truly beginning in Africa, it's uncertain. However, it's safe to say the colonial mission of German Empire has failed. It seems the German lordship over over Africa was far more fragile than we thought. Ah, here they are. Southwest Africa. With Heinrich Kirchheim. I guess you fight your way up from down here. Damn, man. Request German support. Yeah, okay. Jesus Christ. That would be one hell of a campaign. Fall of Burgos, speaking of, reports from Burgos confirm the Carlist temporary capital has been captured by advancing Spanish troops after skirmishes in the countryside. Carlist forces put up a stiff resistance, hoping to delay Spanish forces for as long as possible, but were eventually beaten back. Castilians fleeing north to Basque Country tearfully describe seeing their homeland burning and ravaged by fraternal war, and Spanish soldiers even committing atrocities on their own people. Rumors state King Javier was escorted out with a flow of refugees by Carlist militia, but his destination remains unknown. Many hope Carlist Spain might continue fighting in the hostile Iberian Central Plateau to protect their other strongholds. Portugal, you gonna steal something, or... Nope, not looking like it. Okay. Argentina declared war on Uruguay. Not crazy. Oh, except that Uruguay was guaranteed by Brazil, so Brazil and Argentina are having another war. That's fun. The Union of Britain declared war on Ireland, which is terrifying given how much industry Ireland has. Meanwhile, Russia announces her ambitions. While many still view Russia as a failed state, rocked by political protest and radical ideology, good for nothing but filling space in the east of the map, recent events have proven something different. The government of the Russian nation has announced their territorial ambitions, laying claim to almost all the territory of the former Russian Empire, making clear their willingness to resort to military force if needed. Numerous nations in Eastern Europe have already recalled embassies in Russia, and the world is waiting for Germany's response to this blatant attack on her sphere of influence. Listen, Germany's got a lot of shit going on, okay? Legionnaire Italy did end up beating Venice. That's a pity. It's going to be a while before they move on to Eastern Europe, but it may happen. Ooh, boy, yeah, this is... South America is just a fucking shit show. We may come to intervene down there, but not today. Sultanate in Egypt and Iran have... the Ottoman Empire have conceded. Though they're still at war with Yemen, which seems bugged, but it's fine. God bless you, Kingdom of Romania. You are some bitter holdouts. You're not gonna live forever, but... Well, Turkey will be born as soon as the Ottoman Empire is at peace, but I think this war with Yemen might prevent them from doing it? I don't remember how that event works exactly. We shall see. Yeah, all that infrastructure will be kinda helpful, but not really that big of a deal. Infrastructure helps build things a little bit faster, but it's just to get us more civilian factories. Rural electrification, that's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm gonna do both of them. The electricity network throughout the United States has regressed to that of the 1910s. This is un-American, and we need to ensure that our constituents can be properly informed about our nation's glory. Alright. Yeah, the car lists are gone. After the car lists are out of the picture, the syndicalists aren't going to last much longer. Excuse you? Gonna give me a pop-up explaining this? Nope. Iron Guard Romania is now at war with the Austrian Empire. Iron Guard Romania, though in the Belgrade Pact formerly, is apparently no longer a member, so Serbia and Greece are not being called in. What a fucking world. Alright, there's the peace between the Ottomans and Yemen, so Turkey may very well manifest sometime soon. The Romanians are fucked, right? They're like entirely fucked. Yeah, they're fucked. Oh, way to go, Kingdom of Romania. I was wrong. There's actually hope for you. That's crazy. What tree are you going down? Ah, you're going down the Dualism Restored tree. Okay. That's fair. Now, Iron Guard Romania does have the advantage of... Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Of being battle-hardened. Their troops have a lot more experience. But all told, that probably won't mean much against the numbers of Austria-Hungary. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here on the border, minding my own business. Hey, we're actually making guns. Holy shit. Okay, well, the whole Nicaragua declaring war on Honduras thing is pretty important, or Guatemala. And El Salvador? Wait, what's happening here? You declared war on both of them. Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna get called into that. The Dutch Revolution. In yet another victory for the forces of left in Europe, the traditionally moderate Netherlands have gone the way of the British and French, fallen for socialism, in a serious blow to German interests on the continent. The news has come as a profound shock to many monarchies and reactionary regimes across the world. The country has been in chaos since the burning down of the Binnenhof in The Hague by syndicalist Marinus van der Lubbe, which caused the government to institute a state of emergency. After a leftist mutiny on a small naval vessel, the subsequent revolt in the Groningen province in the north, revolutionary sentiment quickly spread and counterattacking army units defected. With danger has able response. Fires of revolution to claim another nation. Does Georgia have a tree? Yeah. Oh, of course Georgia has a tree. It's very generic. Oh, I thought they had a more interesting tree. Guess not. So, both of you want me to back you up. You fucking got it. I'm just gonna say, before I say yes to this, I'm going to assign all of you to the Nicaragua border. Before calling in our puppet in Honduras. Dutch East Indies have joined the Entente. German Empire have declared war on the Batavian Commune, which did not join the Internationale. Really? Yeah, we're declining that. Nationalist victory in South Africa. After two contentious elections, which divided the Union of South Africa into two, the Nationalist Party, led by JBM Hertzog, has declared victory, though with the slimmest of majorities in the country's parliament. Voting in South Africa is restricted mainly to whites, split between Afrikaners in the north and the British in the south. With the Afrikaners vehemently supporting Hertzog, they were able to achieve victory. Unrest in the British areas is on the rise, however, particularly within the native population, who fear the National Party's planned apartheid policies, and many are predicting the country to fall to violence, or even civil war, before long. Interesting. Yeah, no non-aggression pacts with Central American countries. I don't trust you. Interesting. Well, Germany declared this war, but clearly didn't have troops in this area. It'd be fucking hilarious if the Dutch were able to take over Germany. Greater Dutchland. Kingdom of Romania have won their civil war. Just look away. This is all terrible. Just look away. Yeah, nothing's happening in this war right now. Kingdom of Romania has joined the Belgrade Pact. Yeah, I know you just saved me, Austria, but statehood for Alaska. Alaska has proposed to make Congress be... you know what? This is actually, timely. Alaska Day was yesterday or the day before, actually, the day of Alaska gaining its statehood. Alaska has proposed to Congress being admitted to the United States as a state. This would make Alaska the 49th state of the Union. Should Alaska be admitted as a state, all that entails, or should it remain a territory? The United States will be known as the United States of America, or Alaska. Yes? Why would I say no to that? Of course? I'm confused.
All in.
So, offensive line, just like... right there? No, yeah, you know what, that's fine. Yeah, that's your offensive line. Go sort that out. Supply is gonna be awful here, right? I mean, it's not great, but it's actually a lot better than I thought it would be. Okay, next up, Agricultural Adjustment Act. Newspaper stories during the hysteria of '36 were filled with horror stories of farmers burning rotten crops due to being unable to sell excess while city ghettos starved. Our solution to this is the Agricultural Adjustment Act. Create a policy on crop conservation. No field marshal? We do have a field marshal, he just doesn't have an image. We got Henry H. Arnold, who's a 4444, politically connected career officer. He's an organizer, logistics wizard, offensive doctrine, charismatic. He's pretty good. It's not amazing, but he's pretty good.
Ready to move.
A conservative manifesto. Oh no. Subgroups of Democrats met a month ago to discuss the future of the party. Among these are Strom Thurmond, oh no, and Happy Chandler, long-serving the congressmen that resist the drift of the Democratic Party towards the political center. Their conservative manifesto is an argument against the long-term effects of a fair deal and a restoration of the rights of states. The question, though, is what shall the party as a whole reaction be to the so-called conservative manifesto? We denounce the manifesto? Because we're social liberals? We're not social conservatives? And party popularity is pretty important? Strong as my god. No. Kingdom of Serbia has declared war on Illyria, therefore the Austrian Empire, and therefore everyone else, bringing Greece and Serbia and Romania at war with the Austrian-Hungarian Empire. Very interesting. Belgrade Pact and the Donau Arabund Adria Bund. Yeah, the Donau Adria Bund against the Belgrade Pact. I can't say it. I can't fucking say it. Belgrade Pact. The Belgrade Pact. Legionary Italy has taken the opportunity to declare war on Austria, and things aren't looking good for the German empires. Germany's barely holding against the Netherlands, which is weird. Very weird. And Austria is now in a two-front war. Meanwhile, everything's just dandy over here in America. We'll just go ahead and call you to arms in the Nicaraguan-Guatemalan War. And Nicaragua's gonna have a bad time. Kingdom of Serbia has capitulated. That was very fast.
Ready to move. All in. Ready. Move out.
Okay, and then you're gonna go here, then here.
Attention.
You're gonna go here.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna go
Move
there.
out.
You're gonna go there, and then the war will be over. Everything's fine. Austria took 31 states. Kingdom of Serbia, Greece, and Romania were annexed. Just immediately. I have no idea what the fuck happened there, but Austria OP. Oh, hey, Turkey. But, yeah, goes to show what I know. I'm like, it is a dark day for the Austrian Empire. 1 week later, they've annexed the Balkans. It is a glorious day for the Austrian Empire. Nicaragua has capitulated. You goddamn right. Yep, I will take all states, thank you. And then, Fate of Nicaragua? No, we don't have that yet. Give me Fate of Nicaragua, please. There we go, Fate of Nicaragua. We will restore a local Nicaraguan state. Is this mine? Why is this mine? Why did not all of this go back to Nicaragua? Do I want this? I mean, I have it. I'm confused by why I have it. No one has claims on this. This is America now, I guess. They don't have a core there. No one has a core here. Huh. Okay. Okay. Well. Great.
Orders.
Yep, you got it. Reassigned to that border. And Lord knows I don't know what's happening down here, but it's mine now. El Salvador has joined the People's Vanguard. Ah, the People's Vanguard seems to be a faction between national populist, yeah, people protecting themselves against me, mostly, but, you know, your other neighbors as well. Fair enough. Fair enough. Best of luck with that. Some of the Caribbean got a focus tree. I don't know how much of them. West Indies No, West Indies still have no focus tree. A lot of American nations got focus trees, but not all of them. There's only so much time in the development cycle. Air doctrine, yep. Like, if in doubt, just research a random doctrine. What could go wrong? I'm very confused by this. Republicans win Greek referendum. Also, Argentina seems to have eaten Uruguay, but you're also still at war with Brazil, and it looks like Brazil actually ate Uruguay, so whatever. With the recent referendum and the future Greek monarchy has finally ended, with Republicans declaring victory. Greek Prime Minister Konstantinos Solidaris announced King Alexander would not be invited back from exile. Bastards! The country would remain a republic as per the wishes of the public. The referendum caused deep divisions in Greece. While the matter of monarchy may be settled, it will still be an uphill battle for the government to heal divisions in the years to come. But you're a puppet, you're a puppet, you're a puppet. Yeah, Italy, it's not looking hot for you, dude. This is a lot to be at war with. Okay. None of the synthetic oil isn't really worth going down for us right now. We might have difficulty getting rubber in the future, but I'm not that worried about it. Export efficiency might be worth going down, but not really. What am I researching? What am I fucking doing? I guess signal company. Fuck it. Yeah, give me signal company. We could definitely expand our armed forces at this point. Yeah, we could readily expand our armed forces. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Marine divisions actually are worth holding on to, for a while anyway. Infantry divisions. I want... Can you just give me... God, you can't. Alright. Give me two 12s. I would just like an entirely new army. This is at all possible. Thank you kindly. Let's have them based out of New York. Figure out what to do with them later. Really, I just want numbers, so I'm not just throwing my entire army around every time I move around. With all the focus trees down here, basically anytime someone gets uppity, I go down and puppet them. Agriculture Adjustment Act opens up the way for Public Works Project. The ability to generate electricity, transport water, and ensure safe and efficient travel was lost during the Civil War. That didn't happen. But the Public Works Administration will fix all of that. It's a fund that will ensure contractors pay their employees fairly. Lots more factories, which is exactly what I'm wanting. Monarchy restored in Greece. Alright. After weeks of deliberation, the Greek government decided to give the crown to Georgios III, not Alexander, who's still alive, but many felt had always been proper heir as Alexander's older brother. Bullshit. And who never received the crown in the first place due to his exile during the Weltkrieg. While there are lingering doubts as to his legitimacy, the government has assured the people that this fixes an error which had been made long before. The king spoke to a massive cheering crowd in Athens after returning for the first time in many years, saying that Greece had finally returned to a path that was meant to be on, and vowed to work tirelessly to rebuild the country. I mean, I know nothing about the guy, but he has a pretty good name. Yeah, I have very mixed feelings about what's going on in Europe right now. Obviously, with the Socialist Republic of Ukraine becoming a thing, that's problematic. However, Germany winning this war against the Batavian Commune, which will, hopefully happen sooner than later, will give Germany a puppet, a not so weak puppet, with some pretty decent industry to help them out during the war. It doesn't have the manpower reserves of the Ukraine, but it's something. The Kingdom of Spain about to win. I think the Kingdom of Spain joins I almost called this the Cairo Pact. No, the Reichspakt. This is still a fucking mess, though. the last of the Germans aren't completely gone. Kind of nice just to be sitting over here slowly recovering and watching the world burn. And like, oh, how nice. Nice, that's on fire. How about that? I'm glad I'm not over there. Oh shit! Japan's about to declare war on Germany. Alright, Germany, you're having a bad time. It's about to get a lot worse, buddy. Unless you retake Amsterdam, like, now, Japan's gonna declare war on you. Wait, is that the actual declare war one? God, I forget how their tree works. Oh, well, Batavian... No, it's not until these that you get the ultimatum. Okay, well, not yet. So, Germany has wrapped up its conflict with the Batavian Commune. While rough, it does provide valuable experience and manpower necessary to fight off the Third Internationale. That happens. The Hellenic Socialist Republic had declared war on the Kingdom of Greece. Jesus Christ, Greece can't go 2 weeks without having a leadership change. Southern Macedonia has revolted, being the Hellenic Socialist Republic. They're not long for this world, I'm sure. The Italians have almost been bisected. The Irish continue to fight off British invaders. And if they've made it this long, I feel like they'll continue making it for the rest of the game, unless something crazy happens. Did you get dragged into this war? You have. Ireland's fighting off Great Britain, France, the Hellenic Commune, or Helvetic Commune, and the Socialist Republic of Italy all by themselves. Stay strong, Ireland. Stay strong. The public works projects are done. That is fantastic. Just a few more focuses. Alright, dockyards would be nice. Air bases would be nice, but this is probably the way to go. Labor Relations Act, as a permanent solution to the labor crisis, has presented itself in the form of then executive order by Mosley. What? To set up a National Labor Bureau, the NLRB will remedy unfair labor practices by unions and business owners. The impartial wording of the agency has received widespread support from third parties. So production efficiency growth goes up, efficiency base goes up, factory output goes up. It's good. It's just good. Hunter-killer groups and computing machine done. It's actually great those finish on the same day, so I can get encryption and decryption 1, both at the same time. Really, our strategy is just like waiting for the AI to fuck up and declare war on something, then intervening, then puppeting them, and then waiting for the AI to fuck up again. What's that? Trying to cause trouble in Central America? I don't think so. We may have to come down on Argentina eventually, and that'll be that'll be fun. That'll be fun, trying to see how that plays out. Floating fortresses, hell yeah, improve our dreadnoughts. Russian Empire declared war on the Turkestan Commune. Not a commune, Khanate. That'll go easy. The Empire of Japan has declared war on Deutsch Ostasien, which means that the Allegheny Ostasian Gesellschaft, I think that's what this is, gets called in, and Germany gets called in. Germany's holding on to the Netherlands. Alright. Going Großdeutscher Reich. It's interesting. Union of South Africa has declared war on the Union of South Africa. South African Civil War. With a recent victory in the South African 1938 elections, the Nationalist Party under President James Hertzog was confident it could implement its sweeping changes to the country's system of racial segregation, which they call apartheid, regardless of protests from the more British-leaning provinces of Natal and Cape. Today, that confidence was proved ill-founded. Its defenders in Durban signed a document they called the Natal Covenant. which declares they will never surrender to nationalists and will see that their government toppled by force. Battle lines have already been drawn, splitting the country in two, as a civil war is broken out to determine South Africa's path, once and for all. Africa's on fire. Hey, Congo's doing okay. Bongo, bongo, bongo. I'll be thrilled to see if, like, a superpower arises from this. African superpower. Hell yeah. I think what's slowing down these recruitment more than anything is, yep, our artillery. Don't make many artillery. By that I mean we don't even make enough artillery to repair what we have. We'll get around to it. Sao Paulo is independence and it's declared war on Brazil. That's interesting. My mom grew up in Sao Paulo. Oh, Barcelona. Reports from Barcelona confirm that the anarcho-syndicalist city... The anarcho-syndicalist... Wait, is that a... That's not a comma, that's just the weird T. Okay, city has been captured by advancing Spanish troops after staged fights across the Sierra del... de Colcelo... Come on. Serra de Colcerola mountain range. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking gringo. Anarcho-syndicalist forces put up a stiff resistance, hoping to delay the Spanish forces for as long as possible, but were eventually beaten back. There are reports of long urban fights through the Gothic quarter of Barcelona and sparse fighting along the Barcelonian rivers. The Riviera. That's not an S. Riviera. The same Riviera was the site of a long and luxurious parade by Spanish troops as they marched along the sunny beaches, a clear symbol that the Kingdom of Spain had taken control of the Catalonian coastline. So falls the heart of old Catalonia. Spain now has a victory in the Spanish Civil War. Lord knows what they're going to do from here on out. Spanish Civil War over. The Spanish Civil War is finally over. It seems the Kingdom of Spain has emerged triumphant. Much of the countryside lies in ruins. Not only an order has not been completely restored, but the Spanish government announced that the anarchist and syndicalist threats had been dealt with and would be unlikely to rise again anytime soon. This is a triumph for King Alfonso XIII, though the king is unlikely to know of it, having fallen into a coma shortly before the Civil War broke out. The Batavian Commune is independent once again. Hopefully they'll get a name change, because it's pretty weird they're the Batavian Commune and not Netherlands. Yep, they're the Netherlands now with Maria Adelheid at the helm. Japan's probably going to beat the living hell out of China unless Germany is able to intervene. And by what was demonstrated in this war with the Netherlands is the German Empire is not doing too hot right now. Let's create Social Security. One of the most controversial acts passed by Congress amidst a flurry of debate is Social Security, the allocation of federal funds to guarantee old age pensions for Americans, including disabled people. This law hopes to pay out in the long run and encourage Americans to spend more now to ensure that more money circulates. What the fuck do I want to research? I'm doing this, I'm doing that. This, do that. Balls. Balls. Support companies, these are 1939, right? 1939, yeah, 38. We can go after basic tanks. We might want those in the long run. Anti-tank is kind of nice. Though I don't really plan to use it. We could go after some destroyers, even though I'm not really feeling like I need them. Ahead of time penalties reduce, or research bonus 50% on these. Escort efficiency would improve our light cruisers, not just our destroyers, so maybe I can go down that. Convoy sailing, sure. What is it? Oh, it's about 2. When the fuck do I work tonight? 6. Yeah. Kingdom of Siam had thrown the prosperity sphere. Let's see if they get pulled into the war. If they do, Deutsch Ostasien are not going to be in good shape. Granted, we're probably not going to be in good shape if Japan turns its eye on the Philippines, and it may eventually. bring the Philippines into the fold. Philippines gets Japan threatens us, demand Indonesia, annex Hawaii. Hawaii's not independent, but this is. They could demand the Filipinos get involved, and if Philippine gets involved, then we have to get involved. So it's probably for the best that we've continued to be building up our navy through this entire period. Our navy's pretty fucking big. Yeah. Guatemala has declared war on Nicaragua and Honduras. Guatemala. Alright, we're at war with Guatemala and San Salvador? Is that correct? No, we're at war with Guatemala, but we will eventually be at war with San Salvador, have no doubt. Okay, well, y'all are assigned to that front. Go, go, go. Just drag out this front to that. You're assigned. This is why I was hiring new people, or raising new divisions.
Yes, sir.
Do our puppets even have armies? They certainly don't. Okay, you know what? Let's have you... I was just doing that to clear orders. I would like you to form up right here, and then we will push back from there.
All in.
Honduras has capitulated. Nicaragua have been pulled in. They absolutely have. Well, if I have to do a naval invasion to take this whole area, I will do it. I just don't want to do it.
Yes, sir.
Turns out I should have kept our armies down here. Hey, thank you for slowing this down, though you might not be making a significant enough difference in the long run.
Attention.
Still has a little while to go. Yeah, it's got a while to go until they arrive. God bless you, Nicaragua. Save me. Save me, Nicaragua. Just hold this port for me.
Ready.
Alright, we'll be arriving very shortly. This seems to be moving up. We're fine. We're fine. Panic. Panic. We're fine. It was horrifying waiting for our troops to arrive, but now that we've started to arrive in country, we're abso-fucking-lutely fine. I'm not worried in the least. Bubble defenses, it's just completed. Great! Oh, and our troops up here just finished. Do I want dispersed support? So I will want line artillery in the long run. Right now, we use support companies, and having them be better, just have better organization, would help, because the more support companies you have, generally the worse your organization tends to be. So helping that out would probably not be ill-advised. Now we're closing up on the end of another hour here. Naturally, I'm going to keep streaming for at least another hour. Outside of that, I don't really know. I guess go for this. It's 1930. Well, it's almost 39. Fuck it. Start on advanced machine first.
Ready.
Go take that.
Advance.
Really just trying to spread out our weight here. Fall of Rio de Janeiro. The fighting in Rio de Janeiro seems to have stopped for now after days of gruesome assault by Paulista forces. Despite the city's immense defensible position, the Brazilian garrison could not prevent the palace, one of the most of the city proper, from falling into Paulista hands. Fighting lingers in the hills and forests. Regular Brazilian forces have been driven out. The battle is over. Much of Rio was damaged in the fighting, with the Paulista shells destroying the dome of the Candelaria Church and the Rio Grandeza tunnel being collapsed by desperate Brazilian soldiers to halt the Paulista advance. The Paulista soldiers garrisoning almost every street, columns parading on the city center. It's clear that Sao Paulo has taken a major step in its war against Brazil. Huh. Gonna go move in and take this. Any day now. Yeah. Okay, so this front line can just be expanded there, and I will tell you your offensive goals are just to push on north and Godspeed, God bless America, etc., etc., etc. I think the AI's got this handled. Creating Social Security, done. Great, the FCC. After being repealed by the Senate several times, the final FCC bill has been passed. This regulation of the airwaves has the dual purpose of preventing rebel radio stations from pumping out propaganda and financing the extent of radio towers into areas of the market considered unprofitable. Nicaragua, you my boy. You seriously helped out a lot here. You held them off long enough for me to get here, which was a godsend. Thank you.
Commands. Ready.
Let's say you should be aggressive. You're of a higher quality, you outnumber them, there's no reason to not be aggressive here. Well, you know, there's a good reason to not be aggressive here if you want to be slow and methodical and minimize losses. Yeah, sure, but South Rhodesia has capitulated. The Rhodesian government has gone into exile, and the Ram forces have capitulated to the Union of South Africa, who is now in control of their home area. Although the struggles between the Union of South Africa and South Rhodesia are over, the Union of South Africa are still in war. Fighting continues with the South African Federation. How are things going over here? Japan's doing great. Kingdom of Siam have officially joined in the war and are pushing the Germans out of Vietnam and Laos. Yeah. And Singapore. Yeah, Germany, it's not looking hot for you. I'm amazed that the Italian-Austrian war is still dragging on this much, but these are some... The Alps are some crazy fucking mountains.
All in.
Do me a favor. Move down here. Do me a favor. Put up there. Get a big ol' encirclement for me. Make me a very happy man. Or, you know, don't, but just... You can go past that. Fighter baiting. There's a joke in there. Concentrated Industries 3. Oh, we have more free dockyards. Just, for now, pump it into convoys. I'll divvy them up later on. El Salvador has capitulated. We got some nice guns. Well, we got some guns. Nice or not is a question to be resolved later. We got guns.
Attention.
Once you're down here, just walk on up there, and that should end the...
Commands.
Well, we're working on ending the war anyway.
Move out.
Alright, Guatemala has capitulated. We got some convoys, got some guns. Yeah, so, take all states. Take all states. Thank you. Is this really how big Honduras is supposed to be? Yeah, that looks right. Events, so El Salvador. Liberate loyal El Salvador. Guatemala, liberate loyal Guatemala. There's so many fucking wars in South America. Goddamn, or Central America, I should say. Alright, you all, back to the Texas line.
Ready to move.
And these 6 divisions, not numerous, though they may be, they represent my future hopes for securing the rest of Central America. I'm going to position them on the southern border of the United Mexican States, as I'm pretty sure they still get a casus belli against us at some point. And I don't want to fuck with that.
Attention.
Who would we assign as a leader? Patton? Patton's, pretty tempting. Who is the best supply, actually? Mosley? Mosley. Yeah, supply's pretty important in Central America. A lot of you have 3s, a lot of you have 3s. Yeah, let's go with him. Not a lot to write home about. but cutting down on supply use will allow us to use a larger army down here than we might otherwise be allowed to, so yeah, let's do that. Now, it's been about an hour. I'm going to put in a cut here. I'm going to stream for another hour, but that'll be it. If you're watching this on Twitch, ain't nothing going to change. If you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, well, you know, you're this many episodes in. You probably know the deal by now, but all the same, another episode will be up tomorrow. In the meantime, make sure to comment, share, like, subscribe, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Alexandrian Codex on all the things, etc., etc., etc. Until tomorrow, toodaloo, take care. I will see you then. Bye-bye.